You slide out of your mother and drop onto the mud somewhere in the rainforest of Sulawesi. Your eyes are open, and your legs push against the ground, trying to stand, but they fold under your weight, and you fall forward. Then your mother turns and nudges your side with her snout, pushing you toward her belly. You need to feed, so you crawl closer on shaky legs until you find her and latch on. While you drink, something moves through the trees ahead. A wild boar pushes through the undergrowth and steps into the clearing, sniffing the air. Your mother lifts her head and charges forward without warning. The boar turns and runs, crashing back into the forest with your mother close behind. You try to follow, but your legs give out after a few steps and you collapse in the mud. A moment later, she returns and stands over you, breathing hard. Then she lowers her head and nudges you again, this time pushing you away from the clearing. You stumble after her scent as she moves through the thick vegetation, your legs still wobbling but stronger now. She leads you under low branches and between tangled roots until the sounds of the clearing fade behind you. The ground slopes upward slightly and she stops near a dense thicket. You press against her side and she curls around you, blocking the wind with her body. Your legs stop shaking and you close your eyes, still wet from birth but warm against her. The forest continues around you, but for now you stay hidden in the undergrowth with your mother standing guard. You are 2 weeks old now. Your mother walks ahead of you through the forest and you follow her movements, watching as she lowers her snout to the ground and pushes through the leaf litter. She digs up a piece of fallen fruit and eats it in 2 bites, then moves to a rotting log and tears at the bark with her teeth. Something small crawls out and she snaps it up before continuing forward. You need to learn how to find food, so you copy what she does. You push your snout under a piece of bark and flip it over, and underneath you find a fat white grub wiggling in the dirt. You bite down and swallow it whole. That is your first meal without milk. And then your mother walks to a large mound of dried mud with holes scattered across its surface. She pushes her snout against it and breaks it open, and hundreds of termites spill out in every direction. You rush forward and push your way beside her, licking up the insects as they scatter across the ground. Your tongue catches dozens of them before the rest disappear into the soil. But then she stops moving and lifts her head, staring at something ahead. You look up and see a python hanging from a low branch just a few body lengths away. Its head is pointed toward both of you, but it does not move. Your mother backs up slowly and pushes you behind her with her snout, forcing you to step backward. You both retreat and take a different path through the trees, leaving the snake behind. Your tusks haven't started growing yet, but when they do, you will need them. You are 6 months old now. Small bumps have formed above your upper lip where your tusks will grow, and your mother has been spending less time with you over the past few weeks. Today she walks away through the forest and you follow her for a while, calling out when she gets too far ahead. But she does not stop or look back, just keeps moving until the trees block her from view and you cannot see her anymore. You are alone now. You stand in a clearing, the sounds of the jungle all around, trying to figure out what to do next. Your life in the forest has just begun. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more stories from the wild, make sure to subscribe. You need to find food. So you start walking in the direction your mother taught you. You move through the undergrowth and dig at the base of a tree, pulling up roots and chewing them slowly. Then you find a fruiting tree with several figs scattered underneath and you eat 4 of them before hearing something move nearby. Another Babirusa pushes through the bush and steps into the clearing. He is older than you with small tusks just starting to curve upward from his jaw. They both stop and watch each other for a moment. Then he walks toward the tree and picks up one of the remaining figs. You stay on the opposite side and continue eating and neither of you moves closer to the other. After a while, he finishes and walks away without looking at you. You eat the last fig and stand there alone again, listening to the sounds of the forest around you. Your stomach is full, but you do not know where to go next, so you start walking in a new direction, following a trail through the undergrowth that looks like it has been used before. You will not stay alone forever. Soon you will need to figure out where you stand. You are 2 years old now. Your tusks have grown upward from your upper jaw and curve back toward your face, and while they are still short compared to older males, the tips are sharp and visible when you open your mouth. You're walking through the forest when you come across a mud wallow with mineral-rich soil exposed along the edges. You need the minerals to stay healthy, so you start moving toward it. But then another male steps out from behind a tree and walks into the clearing. He is older than you with tusks that are longer and thicker. curving back almost to his forehead. You both stop and look at each other. Then he takes a step forward and lowers his head slightly. You need access to the wallow, so you mirror his movement and lower your own head, holding your ground instead of backing away. He rushes forward without warning and rams his shoulder into yours with enough force to push you sideways. You stumble but stay on your feet, then push back against him with your own shoulder. Your tusks clash together briefly as you both twist your heads, and the impact sends a jolt through your jaw, where the tusks connect to your skull. You step back once, then again trying to keep your balance. He moves forward into the wallow and starts rolling in the mud while you stand at the edge watching. Your jaw throbs from where the tusks took the hit, so you turn and walk back into the forest, leaving him behind. You will find minerals somewhere else, but right now you need to put distance between yourself and the older male. Your tusks will keep growing, and next time you might be the one who stays. You are 4 years old now. Your tusks have curved back significantly, and the tips almost touch your forehead when you tilt your head down. You have been moving through the same area of forest for months, rubbing your scent on tree trunks to mark the territory as yours. Today you walk up to a tree you marked yesterday and find fresh scrape marks cutting through your scent. Another male has passed through your range. You need to find him and defend your territory, so you follow the trail he left behind through the undergrowth. After walking for a while, you find him digging through the soil near a stream with his back turned to you. He hears you coming and stands upright, turning to face you with his tusks on full display. Yours are longer now than they were 2 years ago, so you hold your ground and stare back at him. You both start circling slowly, keeping your eyes locked on each other. Then he charges forward and you meet him head on, and your tusks clash together twice with enough force to snap your head backward. He tries to push you toward the water, but you brace your legs against the ground and push back. After several more exchanges where neither of you gives much ground, he backs off first and moves upstream. You stay at the stream and lower your head to drink, then roll in the mud along the bank to cool yourself down. The other male disappears into the forest and does not come back. You have won this time, and the territory is still yours. You've claimed this ground, but you are not the only one who wants it. You are 5 years old now. You have been traveling more than usual over the past few days, following a scent trail through parts of the forest you do not usually visit. The trail leads you to a clearing where a female Babirusa is feeding on fallen fruits scattered across the ground. You need to mate with her to pass on your genes, so you start walking toward her slowly. She lifts her head and watches you come closer, but does not run away. You move right up beside her and she turns slightly, raising her head higher. But before anything else happens, another male crashes through the undergrowth and steps into the clearing. He is older and heavier than you with massive tusks that curve back in thick arcs, and he charges at you immediately without any warning. You meet him halfway, but he is stronger, pushing you backward with his shoulder while your legs scrape against the ground trying to hold position. Your tusks lock together and you both twist violently to the side. When he breaks free, he rams you in the ribs with enough force to knock you off balance. You fall and roll once before scrambling back to your feet, but he does not chase you. He just stands between you and the female, blocking your path. Your ribs throb from the impact, so you turn and leave the clearing, walking back through the forest the way you came. The female stays with the older male and you do not see either of them again. You will need to find another female somewhere else, but right now you need to recover from the fight. You are strong, but not strong enough yet, and time is running out. You are 7 years old now. Your tusks have reached their full curve and they are thick and sharp, arcing back from your upper jaw almost touching your forehead. You have grown heavier over the years with solid muscle from fighting and walking through the forest. Today, you decide to return to the same territory you tried to claim 2 years ago. The male who beat you back then is still here, and you find him feeding at a fruit tree near the stream. He turns when he hears you coming and displays his tusks. But his movements are slower than you remember, and his tusks look worn with cracks near the base where they connect to his jaw. You need this territory for yourself, so you step forward and he backs away without even trying to fight. You walk up to the tree and start eating the fallen fruit while he watches from several body lengths away. After a few minutes, he turns and walks off into the forest, leaving you alone at the tree. That is when you know the territory is yours now. Later, you are walking near the mineral wallow when you see a female digging at the edge of the mud. You need to mate with her to reproduce, so you move toward her slowly. She lifts her head and watches you come closer, then allows you to walk right up beside her. You mount her from behind and mate briefly, and when it is over, she walks away without looking back. You do not follow her because males do not raise offspring. You return to the wallow and lie down in the mud, rolling onto your side to cover yourself. You are alone again, but the territory belongs to you and you have successfully mated. You have reached your peak, but nothing lasts forever. You are 9 years old now. Your tusks have grown too long and the tips curve dangerously close to your skull, and one of them has pierced through the bone slightly, so there is constant pressure against your head. You have been moving slower over the past few months and eating less, and you avoid other males when you see them in the distance because fighting would make things worse. Today, you are digging for roots near a steep embankment where the soil is loose from heavy rain. Your tusk catches on something below the surface and wedges between thick roots, so you pull back trying to free it. But it does not come loose, so you twist your head sideways, and the tusk shifts deeper into your skull. Your head throbs and you jerk harder trying to break free. Then the embankment gives way beneath your front legs. The ground collapses and you slide forward with your neck twisting as you drop, and your tusk tears through bone as your body falls. You hit the ground below and your legs fold under your weight and you do not move again after that. Your body lies at the bottom of the slope with your head bent at an angle and your tusks still curved back toward your face. The forest continues around you with insects moving through the undergrowth and birds calling from the trees above. Within a day, other animals will find you. Within a week, there will not be much left. Your tusks grew your entire life, curving back in arcs that helped you win fights and claim territory. But they never stopped growing, and eventually they grew too long. That is how it ends for most male Babirusas. The same thing that kept you alive is what kills you in the end. Life as a Babirusa might be rough, but there is another animal out there that has it way worse. Trust me, it is wild. Check out the video and see for yourself.